All right, we're going to be doing the third angle orthographic projection, showing a sectional right view of this object and a normal left view, no sectioning done in the left view. All right, there's the question over here. It says given information, the front view and top view of the casting. Okay, first of all, we need to recognize which view is the front and which is the top. Over here down at the bottom, I've drawn in the symbol for a third angle orthographic projection. That circle over there represents the left view of this cone. All right, so in other words, I would be standing in between these two, looking across like that. I can see a small circle followed by a big circle, and I'm standing on the left-hand side. There's me on the left, so my left view is this little circle story over here. That means that my left view must be placed over here on the left-hand side. I'm just going to put an L over here, and I must put a right view on my right-hand side for my right view. My top view will be over here. So there's my top view, left view will go there, right view will go there, and my front view is this story over here. Right. Okay, they also ask you over here, they say that it's done to a scale 1:2. Okay, in other words, this thing, when it is made to its full size, will be double that size. It says that they've also given us two 3D models of it. So there's a unsectioned model and there's a sectioned model. In other words, they cut through this thing right down the center over here, and they're wanting you to show those views in section. Right. Let's just have a look and see how I go about doing this. Using the given views and project the following views of the casting: a full sectional right view, show the sectional line on the front view, and label the sectional right view. And then they ask you to do a left view. All hidden detail must be shown. It says over here, this third part of the question, which a lot of people miss out in an exam, it says insert the following on the drawing: 2 dimensions on each view, all hidden detail and center lines. Now they've told you to put that in on the left view. When you're putting hidden detail, you don't put hidden detail in on a sectional view. And then finally, it says the title, the scale, and the projection symbol must be put in the space provided. You'll see that over here, I've got casting written as the title. Scale, that's where they want you to write the scale. Please don't just write 1:2. You must write out the word scale and then 1.2. And then over here, your projection symbol, the left view with the 2 circles, and the front view over there. The left view would be on the left-hand side if it's a third angle orthographic projection. Right, we're going to be looking at doing the left view now. What I would suggest you do is just try and find the corner over here. Okay, I'm just going to draw a construction line over here, just using this red crayon just to show how I do it. This is a construction line. I've got a bit of a corner over there. If I take a construction line going from that corner, going out like that, you'll note over here the distance from the front of the object coming across and dropping down will give me exactly the same gap between my front view and my left view over here. Okay, so that edge over there, that is the front of this circle. So if I'm going around to the left-hand side of this thing, there's me. I'm looking across at this thing. I'm seeing this little sort of nipple part sticking out over here. You can then take that across. Take that across. Drop that down. Drop that down. Okay. And here is that rounded sticky out piece over there and over there. That would be the round sticky out part at the front. Okay. What comes after that? Well, I've got this piece over here with all these holes in it. Okay. That would be this piece over here. I'm just going to take that across. Use a slightly different color. There we go. So that's coming across from there. That's coming across from there. You can see that that is over there. Take that down over there. And I can take lines coming across from there and from the top over there. And I can then draw in that part there and there. And I can drop a line coming straight down over there and a line coming straight down over there. Right, this part over here, the cylinder part, it continues through over here, but we've got to be a little bit careful because we've got this web over here, which is slightly lower than the top of the thing. So please remember that when you're doing that wedge, that cylinder. First of all, take that. You'll see where the hidden detail is intersecting with the circle over there. Take that part across first, okay? And then you can go and draw a line coming back from that, coming across. That's coming down, okay? And I can now draw the base of this over here. I can draw in my cylinder base over there. And I'm going to be taking a line coming across from where that web over there is intersecting with the circle. That coming across to there as well. Right. Okay, once I've got that in place, my next thing is to draw in this back portion over here. Right, so let's take a line coming across from that back portion over there. Let's just take that construction line across to the 45-degree line, drop that down at the back over here, and I've got that line, that purple line coming across there, dropping down over there. I can then draw a line coming across from the top over here, and I can take a line coming across from the bottom over there. That actually ends at the bottom, so I can now draw in this story nice and dark, coming all the way down to there, all the way down to there. Actually, that does not go all the way down. You'll see that there's a tangent over here that the circle makes. That should be taken across, so you would stop at that point over there. I'm just going to highlight that with this red. If you look at the tangent that this line over here is making to the circle, I can take that across. Okay, and I'm just going to rub out that little portion over there. Okay, and then I can finish it off at the bottom over here. Right, the line at the top there. Okay, that's more or less the shape that you'd have as your left view. If I was standing in between this thing, that is exactly what I would be seeing. But what we do need to do is to put in hidden detail, which they've asked us to do. All right, we're going to look at putting the hidden detail in on this. I'm going to take some construction lines across, first from the inside hole that goes through this thing. I'm going to take a line coming across like that. Construction line coming across like that, and straight away I'm going to put in my hidden detail using a nice pencil. Right, whoops, not that nice pencil. Let's try that nice pencil. Right, there we go. There we go. Then I come up to that one, and I put hidden detail coming all the way across. Remember, there's a hole going all the way through this thing. Right, make sure that your hidden detail actually touches there and touches there, touches there and touches there. Right, remember that is a hole, so I need a center line going through here. I should pick up a 0.3 pencil. I'm just going to save some time, and I'm just going to do it with this. So you've got that center line going through there. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to look at are these holes over here with the thread in them. When you put those holes in, it's just hidden detail. Okay, so I'm going to be looking at this hole over here. I'm going to take that across. I'm just going to take that across with a different color so that you can see where I'm getting it. Okay, so there is the internal hole before the tapping. Okay, and then on the outside of that, you've got the thread. So please make sure that you put that in as well. There it is. And there it is. Okay, and that is going to be on this section over here. Okay, so that comes across, comes down, and I can now put in the hatching, not the hatching, the hidden detail over here. Let's do the internal hole first. Just normal hidden detail there. Normal hidden detail there. You should check to make sure that that center line is exactly in the middle of that hidden detail. And then hidden detail for the thread and hidden detail for that thread over there. Okay, make sure that you've got that in, and same story is going to go over here. Take lines coming across for the hole and take lines coming across for the thread. And for the thread. And then hidden detail for that. Hidden detail for that. Hidden detail for that. And hidden detail for that. Remember, that is a hole. It's got a center line in it. You must put a center line through there as well. Center line goes like that. Remember, I already had that center line over there, so I didn't need to draw in a second center line. Coming up over here, you can see the center line for the thread over there, the threaded hole. You can put that center line in first. Come along here, draw in the hole. There's the hole, and there's the thread over there. There's the thread over there. Do the hidden detail for that. Hidden detail coming across here. The hole. Sorry, that's meant to be hidden detail as well. Sorry, I'm getting all carried away here. Hidden detail there. Please make sure of that. Hidden detail over here. Hidden detail over there. Right, so there's your threaded holes in here. Then we come across and we have a look. We can see there's hidden detail at the top of this, hidden detail at the bottom of that, which is in this back portion over here. Okay, you'll see those holes at the back over there. That's what we're going to do. So this needs to come across to there. I'm going to take that across over there, that across over there, and I can now draw in hidden detail over here and hidden detail over here. Right, there are center lines. Please don't forget those center lines. You can see a center line there, there, small dash in the middle, there. Come down, there is another center line over here, long dash, short dash, long dash, and there's a hidden detail at the bottom. You're going to have hidden detail over here for that little hole. So hidden detail coming across here. Let's just draw that line coming in across like that. You can see that coming across. There's the hidden detail at the bottom. Come up to the top, take a line across, do the hidden detail at the top over there as well. Right, there's all the hidden detail. The last thing that we need to look at is, remember that little web over there? That's coming in over here. I'm going to take a line coming across. And you see where that line is hitting that that arc over there. Okay, that's where the top of the little web is, and you are then going to draw a line coming down, which comes into that corner over there where I drew that line. Comes all the way down to there. Right. Okay. And that is basically the story with that left view. Cool. I'm going to look at doing the right view of this over here. Obviously that was my left view. My right view is going on the right hand side. To start with, I'm just going to draw a little line going up like that, and a little line going across like that. I can then take a 45-degree line going out from that corner I just made, and by doing that, whatever I've got over here will be transferred down with the same gap that I've got over there for my right view over there. So let's start out, same story as we did before. It's more or less exactly the same as my left view. Okay, so I can just transfer everything that I did for the left view across like this. There we go. Take this all across over here. Okay, let's drop that down. Drop that down. Okay, while I'm dealing with that part over there, I'm going to straight away draw lines coming across over here. Line coming across over there from that circular part. I can draw that in straight away. There. And there. And there. Now the difference being is that I'm not going to draw a line coming down over here because there's all sorts of sectioning that needs to go. So we're doing sort of like an outside profile of this thing. Right, the next part that we need to do is this part over here. So let's have a look at that. Take your line coming down from there. All right, so we're going to look at this part over here. That coming across there, coming down over there. That would be this section over here. And I can draw a line coming across over there, the bottom, to the top over there, line coming across from there, and I can draw in that part there, line over there, and I'm going to draw in a line going up over there, line going up over there. Right, I'm not going to draw that line in dark because there's going to be some sectioning going through here, so I need to find out how deep I need to go. I need to come down to this part over here. You see where that web is? Now in this drawing over here, the web came down to, you'll see that web, you see it's touching below the center line. In this drawing though, you're going to take from where that center line intersects with that the top of the circle. So I'm going to take that across. All right, I'm taking that across in green so you can see that. Okay, that would be the top of that circle part. I can take a line coming down. Okay, actually I'm just going to leave that out for the time being because we'll see where that all links up. I've got that green line coming across there. I'm just going to make that a bit darker. Okay, this is all construction lines that I'm using at the moment. I'm going to go back to this back portion over here. I'm going to drop a line coming down over there. All right. Okay, once I've got that, I can find the top of that over there. I'm going to take that across. Note where I'm taking it, from where the intersection of that center line or that sectioning line goes through that bottom curve. Take that across, and I can draw in my web from that point over there. Right, so there's my web. I'm going to put that in over there. Okay, once I've got that in place, I'm going to draw in this back portion, going from the very back over there, dropping a line down, and I can draw a line going all the way across the bottom over here. That goes all the way across. No, that's not going all the way across. Sorry, let's just get this right. It goes from the bottom of that cylinder over there, line going all the way across the bottom like that. Right, and I can go right to the top over here, draw a line coming across from the very top. There it is, coming across from there, and I can draw in that little line over there. Drop a line down like that. I can take a line going all the way down to that point over there. Okay. Now, with that web, you never do the sectioning on that web. So I know that I can draw that in over there. And I can continue a line going down to there. All right, so there's that little web. Remember, when we come to the sectioning, that we're not going to section through that part. I can draw a line coming down to there. All right. Okay. And I think I can draw this line in over here. I see that I overshot the mark there with this little line sticking out. I'm just going to rub that out quickly. And then we're going to have a look at this idea. I've got a hole that goes right the way through this. Now, unlike on this where I put hidden detail there, I'm going to go to that hole over here. I'm going to take a line, a nice little construction line going across there, and go up to the top of that hole, take a line going right the way across there. And when I come to do this, I draw in a dark line, not hidden detail anymore, going all the way across there. A dark line going all the way across there. There's my hole that's in there. You'll see that the sectioning line goes through that hole over there that's got the tapped thread in it. Now with that, what you're going to do is you're going to take a 0.5 millimeter pencil. You're going to take a line. Whoopsie, let me just draw the construction lines. Remember, a line coming across there for the hole, a line coming across there for the hole. Okay, and those two lines I'm going to use a 0.5 millimeter pencil to draw in nice dark lines going in there, dark and thick. These lines over here, they are different. They are your thread lines. Okay, you see the red pencil that I'm using for that thread. I'm going to take that across. These two little red lines that I've got there, they must be done with a 0.3 millimeter pencil. Okay, if I've got lead in this, it should work. And I'm going to draw in a thin line over there with a 0.3 and a thin line in there with the 0.3. Remember, I've got a center line as well with a 0.3 pencil. I should draw a center line. Whoops. Okay, make sure it's in the center. Okay, so you should be able to see the difference in thickness between that line and that line and that line and that line. That line should be much thinner than that line. Right, come up over here. There's another. You can see that sectioned tapped hole over there. Okay, the section line's going through that hole. I need to take that across. I'm going to do the hole part, take that across, go to the top of that hole, take that across, draw in those two lines nice and dark straight away. There we go. Up there, draw that in nice and dark. Come over here, we've got the thread over there, take that across, go to the top where the thread is, that across. These two lines over here need to be done with the 0.3 pencil. There we go. And there we go. Nice thin lines over there. And then I've got that center line over here, which must be done with a 0.3 pencil as well. There we go. Okay. Once you've got that in place, you need to look where the sectioning is going for this hole over here. So I'm going to take a line going across over there from the bottom of that hole. Take a line going across over there, and I can draw in a dark line over there, and I can draw in a dark line over there. Right, once that's been done, we check and see that we've got all the center lines in place. I'm just going to do the center line coming through here. Please remember your center lines. There we go, center lines in place. And finally, I need to do the hatching. Normally, I would use a 0.3 millimeter pencil for this, just to save time, and because my 0.3 seems to have run out of lead, I'm just going to do the hatching. Note the line over here, okay, that I have scored on my set square. I use that just to place. Now remember, there is thread over here. There is no bolt in that thread, so I must take that hatching through the thread up to the hole. Take it through the thread up to the hole, right? Go over here, start your hatching over there, continue that. Just go as fast as you can with this. Note, I'm pushing my pencil through the thread over there. Continue hatching all of that. Right, if you're very smart, you'll start looking over here to see whether you can start the hatching on the other side as you're doing this. There we go. Keep going over there so that you don't need to move your ruler as many times across the drawing. Note, I'm missing the hole. I'm missing the web. Note, I'm going up to that web. I'm not going through it, even though your section line is actually going through that web. There we go. That. Taking that up to and through the thread over there. That little bit there, through the thread over there. I can go over here. Sorry, let's just continue there. Through that thread over there. Over there. And lastly, that little bit over there needs to be hatched as well at the top. Right, if you look at that, look at what you've got over there. There's the threaded hole with that little bit below it. Going all that hatching across there. That hatching across there with the threaded hole over there and the little bit at the top there. Note the web has not been hatched, and note that little part. The only thing that I'm missing over here are these two center lines, which you must put in. Long dash, short dash, long dash over there. Another long dash, short dash, long dash over there. And that is your right view completed. Right, the very last thing that we need to do with this, if we read our question, just always go through the question and see that you have done everything. And in this last little bit, it says, insert the following on the drawing. 2 dimensions on each view. So I need to dimension this over here. The way that we do that is we take our 0.3 millimeter pencil, which doesn't have lead in it. Sorry, I'm going to use another pencil. Hopefully I can find a 0.3 millimeter pencil that has lead. No, that one doesn't have lead either. All right, I'm just going to use my 0.7 pencil just to start with. Well, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 dimensions. It doesn't matter which 2 dimensions. I'm just going to dimension a circle over here. Right, so I'm going to take a line going out. It can go at any angle. It doesn't need to be a 45 or anything. Let me just do that. I'm going to take a line going all the way. This is a 0.3 millimeter line. Okay, I'm going to put arrows on that line. Over there. Over there. Little small arrows. A line coming out from there. Move your ruler up. Draw 2 little construction lines over here. And then what we're going to have to do is to measure that distance with a nice ruler. So I've got a decent ruler here, or else better still would be to take a pair of dividers, measure from there to there. Right, let's just get this so that you can see this idea. Remember, this is a scale 1:2 drawing. So in other words, all of these measurements that on here need to be doubled. Here we go. I've poked that in on my ruler. I swing it around so that I can find out what that is. And it says that it is 69 millimeters. So in real life, that would be 69. I need to write over here that I have a diameter of 69. 69 millimeters. Note, I don't write millimeters. Right? All drawings are done in millimeters. Right, the next thing that we're going to look at is I'm going to put a dimension on this over here. Okay, on this hole over here, going all the way out. Note, I'm putting the dimensions outside of the drawing. There we go. Draw my arrowheads on there. Draw an arrowhead on there. And I can draw in a little line over there. A bit darker. Shift your ruler up a millimeter. Draw construction lines. And I can then write in what that diameter is. I'm going to just measure across there. Take that to my ruler again. Since my maths is not that great, I can just do that. Swing it round, and I see that I've got 49 there as a measurement. So I can go over here and go diameter, a little symbol with a line going through it, and 40. Note the 4 and the 9 over there. Right, the 4, make sure that your 4s look like that, otherwise they're not correct. Right, that's the first dimension. I need you to do dimensions on each of these as well. I'm going to take a dimension on this view over here. Let's take a dimension from the back of this. Just a line, note the little gap over there. Extension line up there. Okay, it should be about 10 millimeters away from this drawing. Okay. Draw a dimension line coming down. These lines are not done light. They should be done with a dark 0.3 pencil. Okay, I'm using the wrong pencil at the moment just because my 0.3 pencil doesn't have any lead. Put arrows touching those extension lines, top and bottom. Note the dimension must be written on the left-hand side of that dimension line. And the orientation of that, well, let's just get the measurement of this. Measure that off over there. Get your ruler, poke it in over there. Swing it round so that I can get that dimension. And I have 19.199. 199, okay. 199. Note the orientation of the writing. Done in between construction lines with a millimeter gap over here between that dimension line and my writing. Okay, there's one dimension over there. Let us do another little dimension down at the bottom here. I'm going to do an extension line coming down like that. Another little extension line coming down like that. Note the dimension line about 10 millimeters away from the drawing itself, and little construction lines above that over here about 4 millimeters apart. Okay, let's measure that off very quickly. Take it to my ruler, double that measurement, and I have 22 over there, so that's 22. Note, I know that it's millimeters. I don't need to write millimeters in. Okay, I think you've got the idea as to what to do with the rest of them. Place dimensions on the right view, place dimensions on the top view as well. Remember, always reading from left to right, so whatever dimension you're going to put must be on the left-hand side of your dimension line, or it must be above the dimension line. Right, good luck with that. Very last but not least, I forgot to put in the section line going through the center over here. So what we need to do is to just at the end of that center line over there, I'm going to darken in. Okay, it must be a little bit thicker and darker for about 7 millimeters or so there. And the same story at this end, 7 millimeters over there. You can see those thickened ends over there and there. Then you draw an arrow. It's a longer arrow than your normal dimensioning arrow. Okay. Draw it in. It's a bit longer over there. You can see it's a little bit longer. Same story over here. Run your pencil along it. There we go. And there we go. And then you can go A, Okay, that means that I'm looking in that direction. Whatever I'm seeing along that line, that's what I'm drawing in my right view.